Trust me. I'm Philip Morgan.
I'm Lee Fabian.
And I'm Damien Coleman.
And today, we are drinking
Some sort of
Scuttlebutt Breweries.
Scuttlebutt?
Scuttlebutt!
Yeah. Yeah,
like
Scuttlebutt Brewing.
I like the name already.
Brewing.
That's a point just for name alone.
Scuttlebutt Brewing's Transistor IPA.
Transistor.
Yeah.
What's Capex?
I think it's KEXP. I think it's a radio
KEXP.
station.
It's definitely says helps power. The beer that helps power KEXP.
Yeah, I feel like...
It's probably that radio station's beer, maybe?
It might be just like a... Oop, sorry.
Yeah, either that or the brewery
The TPA.
Sponsors the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't say much else on the bottle, just typical government warning, and brewed and bottled in Scuttlebutt Brewing Company.
It's just an IPA, and it's a 5.6.
From Everett, Washington.
Woo.
Yeah, just
Sorry about that.
5.6%.
It's that
The
chair.
sneeze?
It's the sneeze chair.
The sneeze chair.
So
I sneezed in that chair 2 episodes ago.
we don't have much to talk about as far as this beer goes.
It's pretty cloudy.
It
is
is
very
cloudy.
You can't see through it, but like you can tell that it's cloudy.
It was a little bit
murky
overcarbonated.
Super overcarbonated.
It took us a
100%.
minute to pour these
Yeah,
before we started the
There was a lot
episode.
of uptime, especially with me, because I'm bad.
Still very foamy.
Still very foamy, yeah.
Like, I even waited to get under the foam to sip it, and it still foamed up in my mouth. So it
I
could have
like it though.
It's kind of
It's
It's
nice.
pretty florally.
It's very floral.
It's
you can taste
absolutely.
roots in it too.
I wish it said more as to what was in it.
Yeah,
No,
there's
no.
not much. There's not
I wouldn't
much on
say
this.
I wouldn't say a rooty flavor. It's more of a
Either way,
Whatever you say, it's
more of
probably
a-
what it is.
it's more of like
I
a
just
light-
don't know terminology.
light crispness.
Yes,
It's not-
I can taste that. Yeah.
It's
It's-
weird to
it's got
describe
some-
something that is wet as crisp. It's
Yeah.
more of like the fact that the flavor dies really quickly.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking
it's
about.
got some citrus to it
hits
on-
hard and
yeah.
then
It's quickly.
dies.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got some citrus to it on
Yes.
the
Yeah.
It does.
on the finish.
There
I,
is
I
some
feel
And
like
it's more like as you let it sit more, it's definitely got way more like that.
I feel like it's got some grapefruit as well, like
I
some
mean-
subtle grapefruit. It's hard to tell. I almost want to say it's more of like a blood orange.
I would go with grapefruit over blood orange.
Grapefruit over blood orange.
Yeah. I know that blood orange flavor. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't like blood orange.
I'm just trying
Blood
to
orange is.
I'm just trying to
I thought it was,
dissect
super
it.
Intense.
It's super intense, and I hate.
It's a super intense citrus.
yeah, I'm trying to dissect it more because we don't have much to go off of from the bottle itself.
No.
So
You know, yeah, this is
I'm trying to critique the actual flavor.
Well, Lee.
exactly. This is the part that I feel like we're all getting better at. Especially me, because I've never even done this thing before. Dissecting flavor.
I mean, I gained a
Dissecting
follower.
flavor.
What did I say in the group chat? That the beer was light and fluffy in your mouth,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Wow, I
It's
like
like
the
the
way you
critic
described that."
sayings,
And I was
man.
like, "Oh, good. This is for it's your turn.
It's
Oh,
your turn.
oh, so it
It's
is.
your turn."
I'm definitely going to try to dissect this more throughout the episode, though, because
we'll taste it.
there's a lot going on here, and I want to
There
talk
is.
about it more, and there's not enough on the bottle.
It's definitely interesting because it's so murky. It's not as heavy of a flavor for what it should be. It almost should be like a double IPA murkiness.
I don't like this one.
Whoa! What was? Whoa.
What was it?
I don't think you get to not. I don't think you're allowed to do that.
We basically already talked about it.
Was it
earlier
vacations?
Tonight. It was more vacations.
More
okay.
vacations.
Yeah. First jobs and current job.
Oh man,
That's a good one.
First job.
Oh.
Got
Bye,
it. Right
topic.
on the lens.
Bam.
You know, that's my
Pow.
house. You're disrespecting my house.
I'll pick it up.
I'll stab you to death if you
disrespecting
don't.
Space,
I want
bro.
you to.
Okay.
Please kill me.
Oh my god, please don't
Please
say
kill
that on
me.
the camera.
Who's going first? Who's doing it?
I think...
Mine's pretty easy, so I mean...
Okay, so my first job, I worked for my family. I did silk screening.
I guess we can just go through our job line.
Yeah, it's first job / current job, so we can just...
So we can just go through the motions, you know?
We could, very easily.
For periods of time.
Yeah, my first job was working for my family, doing silk screening and vehicle wrapping, which originally didn't happen. It was more so the silk screening. And then I worked for Abercrombie.
You worked at Abercrombie?
Yes, I did.
Were you like a salesman? You
No, I
walked on the floor?
stood in the front and folded clothes. And,
Wow.
And wore the fucking douchebag clothes. Douchebag clothes. You know what? Those
Was it the one in
jeans...
the Wellington Mall?
Yes. Some of those jeans that I still have them. And, like, they are starting to fit again. But they are quickly not going to be able to fit again because my thighs are getting too large.
Oh, getting that thickness going on.
I'm just gonna have to toss them. But
Tree trunk legs.
I'm gonna try.
Thanks.
But, those pants have held up so well. They did well. I went through concerts in them.
I mean, yeah, but probably...
They were
high quality.
very, very sturdy. I mean, and I got them for a relatively... I didn't think they were worth what they were worth, but, I mean, they have lasted the years.
Mm-hmm.
I got them in...
They persevered.
12th, 10th grade, somewhere around there.
Damn. Yeah.
11th. It was 11th grade.
They're doing really good.
Yeah.
I had some skinny jeans that lasted that long. But
Damn.
I threw them away.
Why? Damn. Because you probably...
They were faded and ripping. I was like, I don't need these anymore.
Dunzo. You're still so tiny.
I don't think I've had a single pair of pants last longer than 5 years.
5 years.
Like, tops 5 years.
Tops 5 years.
And that was like, I wore them to
We're
wear,
talking,
like, there
we're talking
were
11.
holes.
I could hand you my pair of pants that have lasted 11 years. I can hand you them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I did not take care
I
of them.
don't think I've ever had pants last me
No.
quite as much.
Never
I
mind.
feel like pants last me like
I just remembered. I had
5, 6
I had a pair
years.
of Converse.
7 years.
Not Converse. Brown corduroy pants.
Those brown corduroy pants. I remember those things. I could see them.
I had those back in high school, like 11th grade of high school. Those split open last month.
Damn.
Recent.
Damn.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, like 10 years. They lasted me 10 years.
Rest in peace.
Perfectly good
Corduroy
pants
jeans.
the whole time. I remember specifically.
End date.
It was to talk to Amelia. It was your sister Amelia. I walked up to her. She was sitting down on.
You know what you did that was the problem? You threw the topic away. And I can't remember what the topic is.
I remember what the topic was.
First job.
Yeah,
I know
We'll
now.
get back to that. And anyway,
I'm dying.
so
It's too much
I had those pants. So your sister was sitting down on like the little like footstool at Nick's house, the little ottoman, and I went up to talk to her and say something, and I squatted down, and as I squatted, I just felt them split from like the top.
You instantly stood up.
So it was the inside seam on the back pocket from that corner all the way down to like the midpoint on the back of my thigh.
That's
And I
all
just I literally squatted.
Shot up.
Yeah, I literally just squatted down, felt it split, and went. My pants just ripped.
He didn't stand up.
And
he just stood
Amelia,
there.
and Amelia was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, they just split. I
And then
just
he
felt
stood
it." Anyway, I wanted to tell you this, and then I stood up, turned around, and showed her the split.
Look at my giant rip in my pants.
So yeah, so it was first job and current job. You were at Abercrombie. That was your first job.
Yeah.
No, it was like essentially my second job.
Second job, yeah.
And then I worked at the Rapids.
We're not going through our entire list of jobs. Just
Yeah, I know. I now work
I
at Sierra
worked
Chicks.
I worked at the Rapids too.
That place
It
was,
sucked.
I
hated
did
it.
not work at Rapids.
yeah, I work at Sierra Chicks now.
Well, because
Alright.
so I was a lifeguard for 4 years before I went to the Rapids. So my
With the Boy
experience,
Scouts, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my experience
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a pool lifeguard and then going to the Rapids and just being like, these people suck. I don't want to deal with them. And I was there for like a month and a half before I bailed and went back to being a pool
Well,
lifeguard.
I feel like being a lifeguard at Rapids is a lot more chaotic because you get a lot of people who don't know how to swim.
It wasn't even just the the people that don't know how to swim. So
there's the large majority of people that could not speak English.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't just
language,
Spanish. It wasn't just Spanish.
Even,
it was Creole. It was French. It was Italian.
It wasn't even just the actual language barrier. It was the people that spoke both English and Spanish and then pretended to have a language barrier so that they could get away with doing stupid shit. Even though, like, I had pointed people out, like, you spoke English 5 feet back in the line. I know you can understand me. Don't do that stupid shit I heard you saying you were going to do to your dumbass friend standing next to you. Yeah. And they would just look at you and go, and do it anyway. Yeah. And then you would turn to their friend and go, you're not going down because of your stupid fucking friend.
Yeah.
And you would kick them off the slide.
Walk back down.
That sense of power.
Walk back down. But still, it's still aggravating. Because
no, it is aggravating, you know?
Do you don't understand how fucking dangerous that is?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The kid that I was saying, don't do the stupid thing you're going to do, literally dove headfirst down a feet-first slide right after another girl went down. Almost fucking crashed into her at the bottom.
Jesus. The blue bowl.
Was destroyed?
Was it blue bowl?
No, it was Pirate's Punch. He would have snapped his fucking neck.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, had he hit her, he would have snapped his fucking neck.
It's like, okay, so it's...
That's like the 90... Is that the 90-degree one?
It's like not
it's pretty close.
It's like 75, 80 degree.
Well, it's actually... That's tighter. It's wider than that. It's actually like 110, 120.
Degree?
Yeah, it's... Because it's a wider angle.
It does bow back. You're right.
Yeah.
It does bow back.
Yeah, because if it were 90, if it were 80, it would be coming out like against the angle and then shoot them back that way.
Oh god.
Yeah, like it's like a 120 degree angle.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But they hit this fucking wall of water, a wall that is meant to slow them down so they don't crash into the gate. And the gate's a decent distance.
Yeah,
and you gotta be like over a certain weight. I've seen like 3 people crash into the gate when I worked there. But like, if you're going down head first, you're gonna hit this wall and just gone. Like, and like people die so easy.
Yeah,
people die so easy. We are so fragile.
He went down head first right after this other girl went down. Like after I was like, don't do that stupid fucking thing I heard you saying you were gonna do. I heard you say don't fucking do it.
Dumb.
And he just fucking runs past me, dives in. Like, almost knocks me over in the process.
What's your first job,
when he gets down to the bottom, she is getting out of the slide. Like, she barely had stopped, was getting out, and had maybe a foot of space before he went crashing past her.
Oh my god.
Like, stupid motherfucker!
Damien, what's your first job?
Warned him, you know.
Yeah. The Rapids wasn't even my... That wasn't even my first. Like, I already had a job before I became a lifeguard. I'm sorry, finish yours. I'll go back to mine.
I was in college.
Okay.
Like, I didn't get a job until I was in college.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
I mean, not necessarily a bad thing. I just knew a lot of people that got a job nearing the end of their senior year in high school. But,
yeah, it was...
Or even before that. It was, like, around the senior year. Mm-hmm. Senior and, like, late junior year that people usually start getting jobs. But yeah, I was a freshman in college and I got a job as a dishwasher at a restaurant.
Dang.
A tiny little family owned local restaurant.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad.
Where were you going to school?
It was PBSC.
So what little place was it? Is it still open?
Yeah. They even opened another location. So we have 2 locations now.
What is it?
Rollatini.
Rollatini.
It was an Italian restaurant. Family owned by like a Hispanic family.
Okay.
Okay. What they were?
Really?
Yeah.
A Hispanic family
Hispanic family.
Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd. I believe
Spanish.
I mean, Italian and Spanish are very close. I mean, they're Latin origin.
I would say, yeah. I'd eat some of the lasagna.
I only say Hispanic because everyone I worked with, when I was a dishwasher, everyone I worked with was Hispanic and they only spoke Spanish. They spoke very broken English.
Yeah.
They spoke Spanglish.
So, although, like, you know, it was my first job, I was just sitting there just chilling, washing dishes. I didn't have anyone to really interact with. I was just there. People tried to talk to me, but, like, you know, they only really spoke Spanish. So, I kind of just sat there and washed dishes.
Where are you now?
When we miscommunicated, I work at Next Era Energy.
Next Era Energy.
Which is a branch of FPNL, which is Florida Power and Lights.
Yeah.
And I'm a web developer.
So, okay. There's a decent amount of those guys that come into my work at CR Chicks.
What?
I'm a cook still. So, up in PGA, there is a decent amount of the
I work
next...
PGA too.
Yeah. So a lot of your people come in and they eat
Yeah.
my food. They eat my chicken.
Your chicken.
Or pasta.
I mean, I understand because like me and a couple of guys, we sometimes go out to lunch.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
And we go to like Duffy's or like the Brass Ring or like Thirsty Turtle, which
Thirsty
is
Turtle.
like 5 minutes
They
away from.
make
Thirsty Turtle is dope.
It's
Amazing.
good.
They make an amazing
Good.
buffalo chicken sandwich. It is the best buffalo chicken sandwich.
So good.
Until the Pirates Wall burned down, sort of. But they had something called a crack wrap, and it is fantastic.
Was it crack in the wrap?
It's just so good. Everyone just refers to it as the crack wrap.
Yeah.
Where was your first job, Lee?
So my first job was actually at the amphitheater.
Oh yes. Okay, so
was-
Zach was talking a lot about the amphitheater yesterday.
Yeah, so technically it was still Sound Advice Amphitheater when I started. And I was there for 2.5 years.
What is it now? I was just there.
Right now, I
Perfect
think
vodka?
yeah, it's
No.
it. I think it's pure vodka.
Pure
No,
vodka?
it's
I
either
thought it was
pure or
vodka.
perfect.
No, it's
think it's pure.
It's not anything like that. It's
It's not.
It's something vodka.
I think it's Coral Sky again.
No.
No.
Coral Sky is the plaza.
Yeah, Coral Sky has always been its like plaza name.
Yeah,
But like
'cause-
the amphitheater always changes.
Yeah, the amphitheater itself, the earliest I can remember was
I'll look it up
called
later.
Coral
I'll
Sky.
look it up later.
Yeah, it went
Well,
from
it was Mars Music, and then it was
well, it
Cruzan,
was
and then
Coral
was
Sky before it was
Cruzan.
Mars, and then it was Cruzan.
yes.
Or no,
It was Coral
it went
Sky,
from Mars
Coral
to
Sky,
Sound Advice to
Mars,
Cruzan
Sound
to
Advice,
now
Cruise.
Pure Vodka or whatever. I think.
It's
I don't
not-
know.
it's
It's,
not
it's
the
changed so
Kettle
many times. It's hard to keep
It
track.
is. It has
Yeah.
changed a lot of times.
But at the time I started, it was Sound Advice, and I was there for 2.5 years. It was after the first year, that's when Zach joined. And then at the end of the second year was when it became Cruisin', and it kind of just wasn't the same. We weren't treated as well. So when it was Sound Advice, we got meal tickets every time we worked, so we got a free meal.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, you should, because you're there okay, let's be real. When me and Zach were there, he was like, wow, a lot of the staff has already left.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, when I worked here, that didn't happen. Like, you were here till the end.
Yeah, you
And
were there. You were there an hour before they started and an hour after they ended.
So work, it started at 11, and then it ended at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially ended at 8:30, 8:45.
Yeah, it's what I say. The last band went on at 8, I think.
Yeah, and it's a 30-minute set.
Yeah.
All the sets were 30-minute sets, which is a lot longer than they have had prior.
It's usually 20 minutes, yeah.
It was usually 15 to 20.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, they left early. They would leave. A lot of them left, and there was a lot of stuff still.
Yeah. So just when it was Sound Advice, we were treated a lot better, and as soon as it became Cruzan, they took away our meal tickets. They took away our breaks unless you were under 16, in which case it was required that you took a 30-minute break every 4 hours. If you weren't 16, there were no breaks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So it just, and it's not that Florida's a right to work state, it's within their rights to do so, but it just wasn't the same, and I just didn't want to be there anymore.
Definitely.
So I think that third half year that I was there, I only worked 5 concerts before I was like, bye.
Oh,
I'm done.
I guess I should add that I'm currently a paintball referee.
As well as CR Chicks, yeah.
Yeah, because that's my other job.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite job?
Favorite? Paintball.
I haven't even gotten to my current
My
job.
favorite?
True?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah. So that was my first job, and then I lifeguarded for on and off for 7 years, and then I worked at ABC for 3 years, and now I'm currently a warehouse worker for Jamlin Supply Company, which
Jamlin.
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 Jamlyn.
Jamlin.
Yeah, we
Sounds like it should be.
L-Y-N.
yeah we
Sounds like Jamin.
yeah we do
Jamlin.
we do the majority of our distribution
Jamlin.
through Amazon. So we
Jamlin.
we basically, like, everything that comes
Jamlin.
through the warehouse, we have to relabel with our own labels instead of the original labels. And then we relabel it, repackage it, send it off to whatever Amazon warehouse that we're sending it to at that point in time. Unless we're going through UPS, because UPS does it box by box, whereas when we send through Amazon, it's by pallet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like a code, like, it's going here.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and we'll have shipments where it's like these 4 pallets for this one bay. So, like, say it's bay 9, shipment 1 for that week, 4 pallets. We'll just write, like, bay 9 shipment 1, like B9-1, and then the weight for that pallet, and then throw up some paperwork, be like, this is the total weight, this is the total pallet, and
But you organize,
send it off.
everything has an
It's all
individual label,
going-
right?
Yeah, like, all the boxes have individual labels of where they're going and what's in them.
Yeah, but it's a big thing where it's like, boop, okay, Amazon received this thing that is this much
it's
shit.
these 4 shipments,
And
and
UPS
it's
is
this
like-
much weight.
Yeah.
We want everybody.
Yeah. And we have to tape up, box, and label UPS specifically to how UPS deals with things.
Annoying.
It's yes and no. So with UPS, it's a little more tedious as to the actual boxing process.
Okay.
But it's also simpler in the fact that it's box by box. You just get as many done as you can within, like, before UPS gets there, and you send off what you have.
Yeah.
Whereas everything else, it's like, we have to have all of these done by this day, wrapped, ready to go. And there are some days where... So, 2 weeks ago, I spent 4.5 days in hazmat doing just chlorine. Just chlorine, nothing else.
Jesus
What's
Christ.
hazmat? Were you just wearing a hazmat suit?
No, it's just hazardous material where it's
hoping-
largely
I was
like
hoping it was
it's-
walking around in a
so
hazmat suit, just like
so.
carrying chloroform.
Yeah, our hazmat isn't going to kill us, but
Chloroform?
it's like
Chloroform?
it's like
Does
insecticides
this rag
and
smell like chloroform to you?
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like insecticides and
Oh, you know what?
chlorine
It
and
does.
stuff. But yeah, I spent 4 days doing just chlorine tablets, and it was just
Is it bad?
opening
I
a
was
box,
expecting him to say
taking a
chloroform again.
bottle of chlorine tablets,
This has gotten lighter as it's gotten warmer.
solid chlorine tablets, just opening a box, bottle of chlorine tablets, throw them in a bag,
It's
put
almost
them back in a
sweeter.
box. I did that for 4 days.
Oh, jeez.
The smell of chlorine, I went through so much ibuprofen that week just because the smell of the fucking chlorine was giving me headaches like every other hour.
Someone is
That's the
knocking.
pizza. The pizza's
The
here.
Oh, but
Is at my house. Did they not?
They,
all right.
they did not call.
Oh golly.
They did
All
not
right.
call.
well,
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm so happy that we ordered pizza. I forgot we ordered pizza.
So did I. Until it knocked on the door.
It was great.
Completely forgot.
Well, thank you for joining us. The beer was great. We drank a little too much before. You have a wonderful night.
I will say,
It's gotten. It's.
like the beer.
I mean, we could sit here and talk about this real quick.
no, this beer
Has changed.
Oh, I was gonna say it goes really well with this pizza, actually.
Yeah, but it's changed. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. The red sauce.
Well, I need to take a bite.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
it's absolutely the red
drink
sauce.
some beer.
It's the marinara. It goes with the beer really well. On its own, I'd say the beer's like a 6.
I'd say it's a 7. Because I had it before the pizza, where it kind of like warmed up at like good room temperature, and it's gotten to where it's very light. It's very like, look at how, like it's cleared up a little bit as it sat for a little while.
A little bit.
A little bit.
At the beginning, when it was, I don't know, I feel like it was a little
Damien's is still very cloudy.
Yours is still cloudy too?
Yeah, I feel like yours is cloudier than mine though. No, maybe I'm just crazy. Whatever.
But, I feel like when I first drank it, when it was a little colder, I enjoyed it a little more. I thought it was like a 6. A 6 at the beginning. I'd say probably like 5 now. A 5 with the
Yeah. I'd
with the increased heat.
because on its own, I'd give it like a 6, 6.5. With the pizza though, because it goes with the pizza really well, just because of that red sauce. I'd give it like solid 8. Pair it with some pizza. It's a good 8. On its own,
I had it with pizza.
no, not so
Oh.
much.
It's for a radio station. I wonder how much pizza they've eaten.
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Probably a lot.
Keaton! Keaton!
Thank
Bye.
you for joining us on the Barley Roast. If you love what we're doing, send us a comment, like, or subscribe. Send us some smut. Send us some hate mail.
Give us some ideas for things to
Please
talk
do.
about.
Oh, please
Yeah.
give us ideas. Besides Keaton. Have a wonderful night. Good night.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Bye.
That was aggressive.